Howdy y'all, this is CJ here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button down below. And be sure to hit that bell icon so that you're notified next time I post up a reaction. Now, if you guys have any recommendations or requests for any videos that you guys want me to react to, put it down in the comments below, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. Now, today we're going to be going back to the Matt Mitchell, and we're gonna be reacting to Walmart's 10 Commandments. Now, Walmart's my go-to store. I go to Walmart almost for all my shopping for the most part. So let's go ahead and bring up the video. Let's figure out what these 10 commandments are and if I've made any violations to these commandments.
Whether you've been more times than you could possibly count, or you've somehow never been, which I don't know how that's possible, here are the 10 Commandments of Walmart. Commandment number 1, thou shalt follow the arrows. Yes, the arrow. It's a very simple symbol. It's been around since ancient times. But somehow, when we paint it on the ground in the Walmart parking lot, y'all ain't got a clue what it means anymore. To y'all, it's like this emoji. I don't have a clue what this means, okay? Magellan had to learn what an arrow meant, and he still made it all the way around the world. All I'm asking for y'all to do is to go from the Garden Center to Murphy's Express the right way. There's also this thing with the entrance exit of the building and going in the wrong door, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, if I don't see anybody coming, I'll just take whatever door is closest to me. I ain't hurting nobody. Also,
I can't help it. I can't help but go through the one that says enter here. It just feels like I should. I know I could probably go into either one, but I always go into the one that says enter here. For whatever reason, I'm just wired that way.
I'll just take whatever door is closest to me. I ain't hurting nobody. Also, while we're in the parking lot. Commandment number 2, thou shalt return your buggy. For those that aren't aware, a buggy is what we call a shopping cart in states that leave hot sauce on the table. Now, I don't want to dive too deep into this because I know that 99% of us know how to live in a society, and there is absolutely nothing that I can say to the 1% of the population that will not make them be a goober. But I will say that I have been in some parking lots, not Walmart, where the buggy corral is nowhere to be seen. So I just kind of shove it in there with like 2 or 3 others that are off to the side somewhere. So that at worst makes me an accomplice and not a goober. Commandment number 3, thou shalt honor thy return policy. Now, just go ask somebody that used to work returns in Walmart, what is the craziest thing that they have ever seen returned? And brace yourself. You are not prepared because your observed level of crazy is nowhere near their level. It's always something like a bunch of empty banana peels or a single slice of birthday cake to get.
It's very rare that I've ever actually returned anything to Walmart, for the mere fact that, one, most of the time that I buy something, I intend to keep it, and 2, even if it is wrong, I have a bad habit. I just don't return it. 1, because I don't want to be a hassle to returns for whatever reason, and I figure I'd have a use for it at some point, whether it's for what it's designed for or if I just find some random thing where it just works.
Cake because it didn't taste good. And I'm not encouraging you to go do that because most of us wouldn't, and personally, I don't even have the restraint to bring a single piece of cake back to the grocery store. Most people just need a friendly reminder that Walmart has a very generous return policy, and they will almost always take whatever that thing is back. But if they won't, I used to have a cousin that worked in returns, and he said somebody brought back a computer way past the deadline because they told him that it was full of dark magic. And they said, what? And they said, yeah, as soon as I turned it on, there was a setup wizard. And they took it back. So I'm just saying there are possible ways, for religious exemptions. Commandment number 4, thou shalt not use the self-checkout. If your buggy is full to the brim and there are normal registers open, what are y'all doing? Now, of course, I'm talking about the little self-checkouts that have like 6 square inches of space for you to put your stuff before you scan it, not the big ones that have their own conveyor belt. I mean, we just got those, so apparently we couldn't be trusted with them before. All I'm saying is that you ain't got no business trying to scan a week's worth of groceries on that little thing when there are other options available. Okay, I'm also pretty sure that you're the kind of person that is gonna find out when you're done scanning the last item that this machine does not take cash. So you're gonna have to do it.
I tried it. I try to use the if I have a lot of stuff, I try to use the go to an actual cashier, but sometimes self checkout is the only one you have available. And I really don't want to wait in a line. The other thing is if I'm using my because I have Walmart Plus. So if I'm using Walmart Plus, I'll just scan the items and then just pay once I get to the register. And then I don't have to deal with all the scanning and all that stuff.
It all again over there. Yeah, I've got some PTSD from Walmart. Commandment number 5, thou shalt get the heck out of there by 11 o'clock. If you weren't aware, pretty much all Walmarts quit being open 24
Yeah,
hours
that
a day
sucked.
back in the year that shall not be named. Now, pretty much
Yeah. I wish Walmart was a 24 again because I work at night. I work nights, and before they stopped doing it, it was awesome because I could go to Walmart after I got off work, get what I needed, and then go home. Now I gotta try to now I gotta schedule it during the day, or I have to wait till the weekend to get whatever I needed. So if they could, I would most 100% wish they could bring back the 24-hour Walmarts because I need them. They were awesome.
all of them close at 11 o'clock. And if you like shopping in peace, then you better get the heck out of there before 10 o'clock. That last hour of every day in Walmart feels like the dawn of the apocalypse because they are coming over that loudspeaker letting you know how many minutes you have to get out of that building before they obliterate you. Trust me, Walmart, I'm trying to get out of here as fast as I can. If I wanted to stay overnight in this place, I would. And you wouldn't even know it. I've seen where the heart is. I'm gonna have a baby in that Walmart. Commandment number 6, thou shalt take your family reunion out of the aisle. Hey, you know, we used to have these things called general stores that had lots of space to stand around and chit chat, and some even had a table. But now we got a Walmart, and they replaced that space with a Subway. But hey, some of those have a table. All I'm saying is every aisle only has just enough space for 2 buggies. Okay, do you think Walmart's got a spare an inch? Commandment number 7, thou shalt not forget about the second bathroom. Again, this is kind of more of a reminder, but don't forget, especially if you've got kids, that Walmart has a second set of bathrooms in the very back of the store. So also be aware that it's kind of a coin flip on what kind of quality you're gonna get, because I have been in some bathrooms that are spotless, and I've been in some others that have a meth lab. So it's pretty much the same odds as the bathrooms in the front of the store. Just know they're back there for emergencies. You know the ones I'm talking about. We've all been there. Definitely the lowest point of our lives. Commandment number 8, thou shalt not tap to pay. Of course, the absolute easiest way to pay for things is not a thing at Walmart because they want you to download their little app. And I don't know what happens after that because I ain't downloading it, okay? So that means that I gotta do this little dance with my card and the chip reader called, is my card actually declined or are you just being a little Commandment number 9, thou shalt watch out for the pickers. Of course, by pickers, I'm referring to the employees whose job it is to move those giant blue containers around the store, picking out groceries and staring at this computer screen and not at you as you round the corner about to get demolished by their semi-truck of buggies. It's unfortunate, okay? But let's not take out our frustrations on the workers, okay? It's not their fault. They're just there trying to earn a living. This is on Walmart. And you better believe when they get the opportunity to replace those employees with robots, they are absolutely gonna do that. And if one of those things run you over, then you are fully within your right to absolutely cold cock one of those things. I mean, just let them have it. Uppercut. Hayugan! Right there in the aisle. Which brings me appropriately to our final commandment, number 10. Remember 90s Walmart and keep it holy. Today, Walmart feels
I liked 90s. I kind of missed 90s Walmart because I remember it. I was born in '94, so just a little tidbit for you guys. Um, but I do miss those kind of Walmarts because they were neat. You had the fish tanks in the pet area. You had the lobster. You had the lobster tank where you could buy live lobsters. That was awesome. As a kid, I would stand by that tank of lobsters and watch them just walk around in circles. Or I'd be over in the fish area watching the fishes.
Plain. I wouldn't say sterile, but plain. Like a hospital cafeteria. Walmarts used to be on a different level. You could go in there and play a whole video game while your mom's
Oh,
shopping.
there's that
Go
too.
eat in the big old McDonald's.
The only problem with that was you got neck cramps. I'm pretty sure that's why I'm having some neck pain nowadays from doing that all day. Just staring up at a screen. No, I mean straight up. Like you got done playing whatever, playing Metroid or Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation, their demo games. You look down and you start walking away and your neck was sore. Your neck was in pain from looking up at that screen for however long you were looking at it. This one's got Spy Fox on it. No, I'd never played Spy Fox. I've seen commercials for it. It looks interesting, but I never played it. But I remember the McDonald's too. I also remember them having an actual, cafe, like the Walmart cafe deli, not deli, cafe restaurant there. Kind of like what Target has, where it had like hot dogs, hamburgers, pretzels, things like that. The icy machine.
In the back of the store, or just stare at a lobster tank. I was even in a
The
Walmart
lobster
fashion show
tank.
one time because my grandma worked there and she signed me up. Can you imagine your Walmart having a fashion show now? Does anybody need to see the season's latest Cookie Monster pajama prints? It's not even the same Walmart anymore. When you walk in, you're not greeted by anybody. You got to get your buggy and weave in and out of these blue bin semi-trucks to get your groceries, and then to top it all off, you got to check yourself out. They make going to Walmart feel like a job that you ain't even getting paid for. Walmart used to try to be part of the community, and now it just sits there like an empty corporate shell of Sam Walton's dream. At least bring back Black Friday, the old school kind where you could fight your neighbor over some Pioneer Woman pants. Golly, those were the days. That's the Walmart way.
All right. So that was the 10 Commandments of Walmart. Some of them I follow, others it's actually I think I followed pretty much all of it. Now that I think about it, but yeah, the '90s WalMarts and the 24-hour WalMarts, basically the same thing. I'll be glad if they brought those back. Yeah, that was fun. The old school the old school video games up on that you could play for. It was fun. You had neck cramps the rest of your time at Walmart because you were like this the whole time, just playing it, and then you look down and your next thing you know, your back of your neck is sore because you've been looking straight up at a screen for the last half hour while your parents are off doing the grocery shopping. And this was before you had a phone too, so you had to go and find them. Either you had to go find them or they had to go find you. Come and tear you away from that video game and tag you along to leave the store. But in any case, if you guys have any more recommendations or requests for any videos that you guys want me to react to, put it in the comments below. And actually, you know what? Put in the comments below if you remember those Walmarts and if you remember the video games up in the electronics, or the lobster tank, or the wall of fish in the pet area. Put in the comments below if you remember any of that. But the current goal for the channel right now is 1,000 subscribers. I hope you guys will help me out with that. That'd be very appreciated. All you have to do is like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys want, hit the bell icon so that you're notified next time I post up a reaction. But in any case, to wrap things up, I'll hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.